Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Scribble Time with Panda. I'm your host, Nolan Lee, and we're going to be drawing some music pandas today. So if you are in the chat right now, please post your topics and I'll get right to them. Anyways, let's get started. So the first one we have is from Hans, and we'll be doing a trumpet panda. So let's get started. Trumpet panda, here we come. Hope you guys are having a great day. It's a little bit chilly here in the northwest, but the sun is starting to break out and we are actually getting our sunshine. So we're going to start first with a trumpet panda. Let's make him a little bit. Should I make him soulful or should I make him... Oh, I'm a little bit zoomed out here. Should I make him soulful or should I make him a little bit more intense? A tooter or a swooner? Okay, let me just... So the nice thing about doing these scribble times for me is that it allows me to do all this as a warm-up. It helps to get my drawing muscles into gear, and it's been really nice just to be able to practice on a few topics and really hone in on that on the skill, because sometimes just drawing cold right away on work is a little bit challenging. So so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna introduce some these black things, these random black zigzags you see are kind of what help make the trumpet feel a little bit shiny. So I'm going to just add those in, and let's see here. Let's see, I'm just going to quickly post that Scribble time is now live. Today's topic is music. And we're gonna have, I know some people Lawrence, you just mentioned that you posted some topics on Facebook, so I'm just loading that up right now. I was let's see, wasn't sure if I received that or not, but let me just double check quickly. Oh, okay, there's a lot. All right, well, we got a lot of music. So today's topic is music. It could be anything related to music. It could be instruments. It could be instruments. It could be composers. It could be musicians. It could be artists, dancers, singer-songwriters. I'm going to, let's just put this here. I'm going to put the Panda's glove here. So this is going to be a little bit interesting because Panda has really big, thick gloves, and it might kind of cover up a little bit of the trumpet. So I'm going to try to do my best to interpret how a panda would hold and play a trumpet, because it's not really apparent at the moment. So I'm going to give him his gloves looking a little bit small, so let's just size that up. And this feels a little bit tiny too, so let's change the perspective there. The arm looks a little bit off, so okay. Hold on. I'm constantly adjusting this because this is again another math problem. It's another thing of trying to figure out how to fit all these pieces together to make sure it looks like it's making sense, because sometimes his geometry, a lot of what we have in terms of like instruments and tools and stuff, that's kind of tailored towards human proportions. Like we have little fingers like so, and we the tools are made according to our anatomy. But with the panda, it's like you kind of have to change things up, because for example, sometimes I would draw him with headphones, and naturally headphones can fit into our ears like this. They go onto the side of our heads, whereas with a panda, his ears on the top. So, but I find sometimes when I draw the headphones going into the side, into like a big set of headphones, like whenever I just like have them cup on top of his head, it looks like he's just wearing a hat. So sometimes visually it makes more sense to put them on the side of the head because it actually looks like headphones, but it doesn't quite make sense for the panda because his ears are, like I said, on the top of his head. I could demonstrate that in a bit, but let me just get to these topics. There's some pretty good ones that Lawrence suggested, so I want to get to those as soon as possible. So, okay. So first we have our Trumpet Panda by Hans. So thank you for providing that. Give a little toot. Toot. Like that. There we go. Okay, so next we have, oh, we have a lot. We have Muse and ABBA. We have a gospel choir. We have Phantom of the Opera, Yo-Yo Ma, Sia, and Deadmau5. Wow. Well, hello, Christina. Welcome. Good to see you again. Designer, welcome. Panda with big fox helmet on, DJ. Oh, wow. Okay, so we got a few. Cat with cell phone as DJ. Cell phone as. Does that refer to like using your cell phone like a DJ? Not quite sure. I'm a little bit out of the loop in terms of the latest music fashions, to be honest. Okay, so we're gonna go through a couple of them here. We're gonna go through. Well, we have Muse and ABBA. So I'm gonna go with ABBA. Let's see how that. I don't know how apparent that would be, because it's not like some of these bands, they don't necessarily have a distinctive, because it's more about sound, and there's few that that kind of have a distinct look, especially during that era. Because I think with ABBA, it's like, well, it looks like a normal group of four. So let me see if I can find something that feels like it would be ABBA. I don't know. I'll find out. I mean, you have like the Beatles, like their Sgt. Pepper look is pretty iconic. Let's see, with the White Stripes, that's also another group. What was that one band? There's like the Swedish band that they all wore like bow ties and suits. That was it, but they were like they're like a punk rock band. ABBA is going to be kind of challenging because I'm gonna. Beach Boys looks pretty. I think they're pretty iconic. They have their own like look to them. At least the early days. I'm gonna go with. And even Sia. Sia is definitely very. She has a distinctive look that you can't really see what she looks like. So this will be my ABBA. Okay, let's see here. Give him the beard. Give him the fluffy collar. I'm gonna give. I actually don't know the names of these people. I just know the band. I'm just looking at a reference right now, so I'm kind of cheating. If someone tags them later, they'll probably be like, what are they? It's like, what is this? I don't get this. Who's drawing us as pandas? And then the fourth member, like so, okay? I think she kind of has a glittery, like, headband that she wears. Kind of a disco type of outfit. That he wears. He has like some metal band like that, I think. Then like a little chain that comes up. This is ABBA Pandas. Never drawn this before, so this is new. I'm gonna take the trumpet panda off, and then we're also gonna do I'm just gonna extrapolate from here because so they looks like they have a lot of beads and stuff. I'm gonna put her hair in front like so. This guy's like a really, I guess they all wear beads right now. Maybe that's their thing, is that they wear beads. Let's see. I am definitely cheating. Boy, that sounds hilarious. I see in the chat. My mom is a Metallica fan. If you have time for that. That just sounds weird to say. Like, my mom loves Metallica. I feel old. Oh my gosh. That's why you kind of know, like, you're starting to lose it as a. I mean, that's probably what people were saying, like, back in the day when, like, oh, my mom loves the Beatles. It's like, oh, I'm getting up there in years. Here, we'll do this thing because they have like this reference. I'm looking at this reference photo where they're just like they're kind of holding each other's tummies for some reason. It's kind of weird. So I'm just gonna do like a tummy. Whoa, something's happening with my brush. My brush is kind of like spazzing out here. Maybe because I'm. All right, here we go. All right, they're gonna hold each other's tummies for some reason. They kind of look like FUBU pants, if you ask me. Boy, what is going on with my brush? It's just like it's like I'm working with the real brush, and the ink is just like squirting out of it. Get these really weird thick lines here. Let's. That's not right. That's not right. Okay. They all wear platform shoes too. Let's do that. Add the platform shoes. Okay. I want to get to the other one, so I'm trying to hurry up and get to these other drawings, because I think some of the ones are pretty cool. I want to do the dead mouse one because obviously that's pretty iconic. It's like one of these days, like back to that note about Metallica. I'm like, that's like someone also saying like, oh, my mom loves Marilyn Manson. It's like, I wonder how he feels about that. He's got to be up. I mean, he's not super old, but I'm like, he ain't no spring chicken. Okay, so that's our ABBA. Maybe you guys can draw this later. or color this in later if you can. Hopefully I can. Make it a little bit. This arm feels a little bit wonky, so I'm going to change it up. Hold on a second. Sorry, kids. I wish I can actually play music on these streams, like with like the actual songs that they're playing or that they sing, but I would probably get a no-no from YouTube. You can't do that. I think even humming the song kind of can get you into trouble, from what I heard. Like these guys were just. I heard about the story where these guys were just like humming some songs around the campfire, and then the next thing, then they get a notification from YouTube, and it's like the video was just them around the campfire just humming this one song. Like they didn't even say the words, and then they got banned, or not banned, but they got a notice from YouTube saying you can't do that. I'm like, what? Okay, all right. So there's our ABBA. Let's go on to the next group here. I want to do Sia. Wow, we got a lot of oh, it's Elliot. Well, maybe one of these days we can have Elliot here, but as for now, it's probably we're kind of on a lower budget here. Let's see. I forgot. Does Sia like show her? She doesn't show her face, but I think she's like. But then she also has that little dancer that May I draw this? Okay, so I know she has this. Sort of haircut right now. We'll go with this one. I'm gonna save the gospel choir because I think that's gonna be a lot of pandas to draw, and I want to get to the other ones. So like half her hair is black, half of her hair is white. Then she's got this massive bow. That covers up her. She has this. How's that feel like? Does that feel like Sia, Lawrence? Okay, then we're just gonna paint this really as dark as we can so that we get. I'm gonna paint it darker than her hair so that her hair kind of stands out as being, you know, slightly different. So like, because if it kind of blends in all together, then it doesn't really look that great. So I'm just gonna just go. I mean, there could be some differentiation here. And then we also have, man, that ink, that, yeah, see that blob that just shows up every now and then with these, with this this brush. I think my computer's kind of lagging a little bit, so stop it. Okay, the Sia, I'm gonna also go. And I'm just gonna draw just a quickly, just a little other panda. I'll just do the dancer and here, let's put her on her tippy toes because she's more of a ballerina. Let's put that right there. Bing. Okay, so there we go. There's Sia. Let's go to the other. Let's get to the other ones. All right, hurry, hurry. We gotta hurry, guys. These are a lot more challenging than I thought they were gonna be because I don't listen to this music. All right. Oh man, let's try doing. I'm gonna skip the cell phone as a DJ. Let's go with let's do with Kiss. Yeah, Kiss would be fun. And then I'll actually let me do Dead Mouse because that's gonna be Dead Mouse is gonna be a little bit easier to do, I think. And then I'm gonna get to Kiss. All right, Dead. So I'm just going to give the basic so when I draw suits for pandas, it's kind of weird because you know, when we have the collar, it comes up, it goes around our neck, and the panda doesn't really have a neck. I mean, I'm starting to like draw him with this little chub around the base of his, between the shoulder and his head, and so that's kind of my way of like. Okay, so I'm just going to give him like this. Actually, I'm going to kind of give him more of an oval. Yeah, so he's wearing a helmet, so I'm just going to give him like a little oval helmet, like so. I'm gonna change these eyes out. Here, let me swap it out so that I can at least get the I'll do them with the panda eyes actually. You know what? Let me change those eyes back. I like the look of those eyes. And then we give him a little switchboard. Little buttons here. Let's put a turntable there. Digital turntable. Another one right here. And let's make this a little bit more epic. Let's got some big giant speakers behind him. Kind of give this mischievous look. So then draw some circles. Little tweeters, big sub. You just draw a bunch of circles. That's how you make speakers. It's pretty straightforward. You can kind of make some interesting arrangements. I'm going to just vary these up a little bit to kind of make it more varied. It's like a boom, boom. I feel like I'm too old to go to concerts nowadays. Not that concerts are happening right now, but okay, so there we go. There's our dead mouse. Boom. Okay, I'm gonna leave that up there, and let's go to our other ones. What we have here. Let's see. This insane clown posse. I think I want to get to that if I can. Let's do something a little bit more. Well, I want to do Phantom of the Opera because we gotta cover all sorts of genres. Let's do Kiss. I'm just gonna do Gene Simmons right now, so here you go. I'm gonna turn this off. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off now, guys. I said I'm gonna turn this off. Let me just finish this part right there. Okay. All right, Kiss would be. He's gonna have this crazy hair. It's like I'm gonna have the nose. And we'll do the Would be the tongue that's out. Be like, nah. I'm gonna color that in. Let's make him a little bit more. Let's make him a little bit more happy. Now the thing is, his eyes are already covered up, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna redraw these eyes. So they're gonna be like, because he has his eyes in black. So what we're gonna do is, this is very cool. I never drawn Kiss before, so this would be a first. So usually he has these like these eye patches around his eyes. Let's try to keep them simple. I'm not going to draw every single one of them because that would just make it look a little bit too messy. So we just want to get the point across. And then he has, you can go like this. There, I think that will work. And then he has this kind of this little widow's peak. That's when his hair kind of gets a little bit crazy. It's almost like a peacock. It's like, let's give him some panda ears. I don't want to make it feel exactly like a peacock, so I'm just going to just kind of just massage this shape a little bit so that to make it feel like it's a more definitive shape, but still feel random. I got his hair like that. Okay, and then how about this? How about we have him pointing at the camera and be like, yeah, you. I'm gonna do my panda point. Let me just quickly check the chat. Hope you guys are doing okay. With my inky blobs. And he also has like sometimes he wears these like, one outfit he wears is like this battle armor, so I'm just gonna copy that one for you. And then he has these like super tall boots. Actually, I think this thing kind of comes all the way down. Let's bring it all the way down. Let's give some shoulder blades. because you know when you're playing rock and roll, you gotta suit up for battle. Okay, then we can just cover all this black. Yeah, let's put his feet down a little bit closer here. So yeah, so for those of you who are joining for the first time, welcome to Scribble Time. These drawings are going to be available when you guys are after the show on punchingpandas.com /Scribble Time, and you guys can download those and color them if you like. If I hadn't already drawn them black, but you know, you can always paint on top of them if you like to, and if you plan on doing that, please I would like to see some of those available. I mean, see what you guys do with those. So yeah, feel free to just download them. They're free. It's all for you guys, and you know, this is my way of providing something for you guys while you're all at you know, you're all probably studying from home right now or working from home, so this is my little thing to you. Okay, so there's that. Let's just massage this a little bit. Just gonna quickly pop his glove in here. So there's our kiss panda. All right, sweet. I don't know, what do you guys think about that? It's all right, not too bad, ugly, what have you. Okay, let's do see, we got a couple more. Let's do insane. Let's try insane clown posse. This will be interesting. All right, this is bringing back old school. This might be. I mean, their music's not exactly kid friendly, but you know, they look kind of cool. It's always important to get the attitude right. I'm gonna put these two guys over here. It's gonna be like Detroit. And then after this, I'm gonna do the Phantom. Oh, I can't spell Detroit right. Oh. Yeah. Sorry, I had to. Oh, Detroit. Let's move Gene. Move over, Gene. Okay. Okay. Then he has a big. And then usually, I think he has one. He has some matte face paint or something. So the first one would be like. I think it's supposed to go around his face. Let's make him go around his eyes. There we go. And then so it kind of looks like a beard, sort of. This is kind of like the chubbier guy. I don't know. Well, what's going on with my brush? It's making little. You see that? It's like it's making little. I can't make strokes. It's just adding little. Okay. Now it seems a little bit better. Funky. Stop. Stop connecting the lines. Stop connecting the lines. Please. Okay. It's getting really annoying. But gotta march through. Okay. Alright, there's our insane clown posse panda. Boy, this is really distracting. Well, okay. I'm gonna have to talk to Adobe about this. Because I never had little blobs that just happen like this. But probably also because I'm streaming too, so that's I'll give that as a benefit of a doubt. Let me just make the collar a little bit there. Okay, so now we're gonna do the Phantom of the Opera. How we're doing? Okay, we got about a couple more to go. Okay, we'll put the clown over here. I think I'm gonna try. Put our clown posse over here, and then or maybe I should like switch it up. Let me switch up the switch up Christine's hair here. Let's give her the ears. Let's add some candles and stuff. And then let's add our phantom, who's this is gonna look a little bit weird. It's like this is another math problem here where I'm trying to figure out how this mask fits on top of his face. You know, I like musicals. I do admit sometimes they can be a bit corny, but I do love my musicals. What I don't like about some musicals is if they're trying to be super meta, where they're like, oh, they're trying to deconstruct the story, because it kind of takes me out of it sometimes. I think I had that feeling when I first watched Wicked, and then the other one I saw was what was it, the Into the Woods or something like that. I think after I was watching Into the Woods for a little, like the movie version. And after a while, I just kind of got like a little bit tired of it, just because it's like, oh, look what we're doing here, look what we're doing here, and then it's like a musical about people talking about fairy tales. Yeah, I'm gonna raise them slightly. I mean, I guess the music was okay. I actually don't really remember much of it. I just remember watching the movie and I thought like, wait, it's not done yet? And then it's like another... I'm going to turn off the clown posse here. But if you love it, I'm not going to hate on it. Hey, what's up with this? These blobs are showing up again. Stop. No blobbing out, please. I think it's when I draw too fast. I'm drawing too fast for my own computer. And then of course we're gonna add a bunch of candles here. I'm gonna try not to draw too fast because it seems like when I do, I'm always gonna blob out my little candles, chandeliers, candelabras, yada yada. Okay, then we just make these all feel like they all belong in the scene together. There's gonna be a whole bunch of them. Notice I'm not being too exact with the candles, like it just feels kind of loose. I'm okay with that because it almost makes it feel like it's in a forest, but even though they're in the sewer. So romantic, this guy. He knows where to take people on their first dates. Gonna add more candles, just random candles around the place. Sometimes they just seem like they're just floating in there. So if you put enough of them in there, you don't have to fill up every single space, but if you manage to put enough of them, you'll begin to see that it's starting to really get a sense that there's a lot of them in here. So I'm just going to draw a few more to kind of get the idea. Just maybe a few random here, so forth, to kind of make it feel like there's just a ton of them. You don't have to copy it exactly as I'm doing it. You just have, if you're drawing along, you just have to just put a few here and there to kind of make it feel like, and add some steam, some fog, some mist. Make it feel like you're adding some atmosphere. Fog is a good cheat if you want atmosphere. Okay, so there we go. We got our classic, we got our heavy metal, we got our wrap, and I think that's pretty much it we're just gonna call that a day, unless I have enough time to do one more. Let me just see here. Let's do the Metallica one just because I talked about. Yeah, let's do a Metallica one. How about this? All right, I'm just gonna leave that there. Let's do one more Metallica. Why not? It's so weird now because like you see him now, he just looks like a dad. Okay, let's do a last one Metallica. You know, if you're drawing this too at home, you can also add that little dangling thing in the back of your throat to kind of make it feel like, oh, you're looking into his mouth, and then you can just like shade it like, oop, man, that blob, you little blob. I'm gonna have to restart my computer after all this is done. You know, I think I like having his mouth kind of like come down like, ah. This is going to be a bit tricky because we got more Panda math here, Panda geometry, where I have to draw a guitar. Guitars are kind of tricky to draw because you know, you want to make sure that, because it's like when I tell people, like when they're drawing doing drawings, if they're going to introduce something, you're going to draw something super geometric, meaning something that's like pretty rigid, like a square or anything kind of like a car or something like that. You kind of have to do the right balance of looseness, because when you start introducing like strict geometry, if you're like trying to make it very accurate, you almost have to make everything else in your drawing feel very accurate geometrically. Otherwise, it would all the stuff that you're being sloppy on will really stand out. So to help with that, sometimes it's better to just draw your really geometric things like guitars and stuff very loose, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, I'm gonna go with the I forget what you call it. This type of guitar, I should know. Although I don't play e-guitar. I want to, but don't really have the budget for one at the moment. I think food and other things are kind of taking a priority when it comes to electric guitars. Although it'd be fun, so maybe I could set up a Patreon and then you guys can pay for my. No, I'm kidding. I won't do that. Although I am considering setting up a Patreon just to have it something as available if people would like to donate. I do have one, but I don't go to it right now because it's not really in a place to be. It's not really usable at this. It's not set up for what I would like to do quite yet. So, but you can get the news about it in my email list. So if you are 18 years and older and would like to subscribe and get email notifications from Panda, I just sent one out yesterday. Just gives you updates about what I'm doing and any special codes and discounts and such for my Panda shop, and you guys can just check that out. I think that might be a little bit. Yeah, I'm kind of trying to be a little bit too. I'm kind of doing the opposite of what I was trying to tell everybody, is to trying to be a little bit more loose. So I'm kind of being a bit too. Let's see here. Let's do that. I'm gonna give him like a leather vest or something. Off to Neverland. Sometimes I appreciate it whenever I see like certain there's like a couple artists I used to listen to where they would like take really angry and heavy metal and just put it to lounge jazz. It just kind of like takes. It's like, man, this really takes the edge off these songs. Very makes things sound very unspicy. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. We are at the end of our Scribble time. I would like to thank all of you for joining in, and I hope you guys really had a lot fun with this. Like I said, these are available for download from my website at punchingpandas.com/scribbletime, all in one word. So if you guys are would like to get these and just doodle on them yourselves, feel free to just drop by. The link is in the description, and yeah, rock and roll, everyone, rock and roll. So I had a lot of fun with this, and we'll be doing another Scribble time every weekday at 11 a.m. And I hope you guys, if you guys have any topics you guys would like for me to draw, please feel free to just drop them in the chat, or comment on the YouTube page, or the on the YouTube video once it's finished uploading, or go to facebook.com/punchingpanda, and you will get the links are in the description below. So anyways, sorry about this blobby ink or blobby brush. I will get a way to fix that. And let me just fix this part right here. Okay, so I know this is supposed to be an hour session, but sometimes you just gotta like just touch it up at the end. Just can't leave. I just can't leave this alone. I just gotta make sure it works. Okay, that being said, thanks a lot, guys. It was a lot of fun, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. And also Friday, I will be doing Fan Fridays, so you can submit your drawings. Tag them with hashtag FanPandas or hashtag Punching Pandas, and that'll give me a chance to see them, and so I can bring them onto the show and do my own reimagining of them. So try to send those out. Today's Wednesday, so try to send those out by tomorrow, Thursday, end of day, and get a chance to be on the show. Anyways, that's it for Scribble time, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like what you see, like and subscribe to this video. It really helps me out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.